Welcome to the Just Be a Man podcast. Please note, this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Each individual is providing their own independent opinion. Follow, like, subscribe, and comment at Just Be a Man 2020 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube. Also, expect new content every Wednesday on Spreaker.com or your favorite podcast app.
Hello, everybody. It's your boy Mike T, and we'd like to welcome everybody to Just Be a Man 2020. I'm here with the crew and my brothers in knowledge. We got Charles, Chuck, we got Stefan and Wayne and myself. And today's topic is going to be the Thriller in Manila. Nope, my bad. Nope, it's not the Thriller in Manila. It's Father's Day, people. Father's Day.
Yes, sir.
We're going to talk about Father's Day and our fondest memories, and a lot of other things go along with it. All right?
Our day.
Let's just jump right into it, okay? As far as our Father's Day thoughts, let's go with Father's Day memories. Let's start off with Charles. What's your fondest Father's Day memory, Charles?
Wow, we going right into the memories, huh? I would say last year was probably the best Father's Day experience of my life.
That's because your ass is old and you can't remember shit. But anyway, go ahead.
That might have something to do with it. My wife took good care of her brother. With some personal business in the morning. You gotta set the mood.
Oh Lord.
Then she proceeded to bring me breakfast in bed.
All right.
Yeah. So I got breakfast in bed. Shortly after that, there you go. She called me downstairs where all my kids were gathered. Right. I didn't know what the heck was going on. So we're standing right there in the living room, and each of them had a handwritten, personalized letter to me.
That's deep.
And they took turns reading them out loud. And man, I could barely hold it together, bro.
Oh, cried. You cried. You wiped this out of your face.
He touched my heart.
There was some dust. There was some dust flying around. But they really hooked me up.
That was some hospital shit.
And then above and beyond that, I got some nice gifts, and then I ended up cooking out on the grill.
Whoa. Time. Who cooked out on the grill?
I cooked my own food, bro.
Yeah.
On Father's Day. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But the letters again, those were priceless. So that's my favorite Father's Day memory.
Okay. All right.
What about you, Steph? What about your Father's Day memory, Steph?
Father's Day is unique for me because my girls are half American, half German, and Father's Day is really not celebrated in Germany. They didn't start celebrating Father's Day until 5 years ago, but they sure as hell celebrated Mother's Day a long time ago. But anyway.
Right. Is it difficult because it's like not worse than neck bones?
Yeah. It's just it's difficult because it's just something that they didn't do. So it was like a forced behavior. But I'd say my favorite Father's Day was about 3 years ago when my youngest was here visiting, and she was able to experience Father's Day with me, and it became something significant. And it meant a lot to have her around me during Father's Day. So it's probably my favorite memory. Besides the fact that I go down to my father's house and sometimes barbecue, and we have picnics and stuff like that. Well, I'm sorry, we have gatherings. But those are probably my favorite Father's Day.
All right. What about you, Wayne? What's your favorite Father's Day memory?
Damn. Well, when I think about it, I guess it would have to be when I was still living with my kids. I had an opportunity to see them on that Father's Day morning and have their little cards or whatever, that I don't have a specific year or anything that I could say, but I've been divorced for a little while now, so I haven't seen that in a while. So what I get now is a phone call, a text, something like that. So that's cool. It's cool because Father's Day was never a big deal, right? It's always, Charles got the good story.
Yeah.
It was just another day. It's like, damn, we got to do something real quick. So maybe go get some construction paper out of the printer.
Right.
And write something up right quick.
There you go.
Hey, we've been thinking about you all year. So, but nah, it's cool. It's cool. You get a little bit of love just to get a little bit of acknowledgement, I guess, or
Okay.
something.
All right.
That's all I got.
All right. What about you, Chuck Nice?
Oh man, I I got a couple. I got a couple of Father's Days that were actually pretty decent, man. But the two I remember the most were God, what was it? A couple years ago, they took a couple years ago. Wow, it's probably about 6 or 7 years ago. They took me to Ocean City. My family, unannounced, surprise, Dad, jump in the car. Where we going? Just shut up and drive. Okay. So
You gotta shut up and drive, but you don't know where you're going.
yeah, yeah. Well, look, my family's gangster. I cleaned it up. They're like, shut up, get in the car, bitch. What? Who are you talking to? I'm your father. So, yeah, got in the car, ended up in Ocean City, and mom and the kids, they worked on it together, and that was the cool part. They were, Dad, this is what we did, and tomorrow morning you get to up and you get to go fishing, and you let a brother go. Oh man, so they hooked me up on
That's
that
all
one.
right. That's all
And
right.
yeah, and then the other one, real quick, was my wife planned this trip for me to Wisp, the ski resort. So the kid,
Lips,
her and the kid.
lips,
Wow.
lips. Oh, I'm
See,
sorry. I
okay.
thought you said lips.
Remember you said that because we're gonna circle back.
Okay.
God damn it, I've lost weight. I still got the memory of an elephant, bitch. All right. So, yeah, they took me to the ski resort and all that, and it was just really cool. Also because my wife and the kid. Well, my wife planned it, and the kids knew about it, but the fact that my kids were kind of young then, and they were able to keep that secret from Dad. What? So
Bruh,
that was pretty cool.
bruh.
Yeah.
What ski resort you going to in June, bro?
Huh?
Father's Day. Father's Day is in June, man. What ski resort are you going to in June on Father's Day?
It's a little
Dude. Well, okay.
That memory shot.
No,
That memory shot.
no. Hear me out. It's they got that little summer slide thing. You know what I'm talking about? So we went to the mountains. Wisp
So you
is
went
in
to
the
water.
mountains.
So they turned the ski resort into a water park.
No, it's not a water park, but they got this you go to the top of the mountain. It's a what do you call it? Like
Toboggan.
yeah, there you go, a toboggan.
Okay. I got you. So no snow, none of that. It was just
Right.
all right.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
all right.
Yeah, I should clean that up. I'm sorry. So
I'm
yeah,
tracking with you.
right. So we did that, and that was pretty cool. We did the whole toboggan thing and all that, and of course we did some other stuff, miniature golf and all that. But it was a getaway for the family, and it was cool. We had a good time.
Cool.
Okay.
See, they fact checking on you, Chuck.
There you go. There you go.
I got
Charles over there doing the background check.
Hey, look, I got pictures.
Hey, Charles, instead of being on Hips Don't Lie, he on Lips Don't Lie.
Wow. Okay, I just got two pieces.
But anyway,
I got two
yeah, write that down.
there.
I'm ready. I got CTE, so don't worry about it. I'll forget about what you said in 3 seconds. My favorite, my fondest Father's Day memory, I think for me, coming from a single female home, would be to have all my kids that day. It was just one day where it wasn't even planned. I sat on the couch, and then here comes Rosie. She leaning on me. Then Xavier found a seat, and he's and the thing about it is they were all in the electronics. I'm not gonna lie, but it was quiet, and it was just like we were all together. Like everybody was sitting on the couch together, and everybody was happy, and just it was cool. It was cool for me to look over my legacy, and I couldn't believe, man, what I was seeing. Is like I got a
Everybody taller than you?
everybody taller than me, but
Yeah, when he
I'm
said
gonna
look
circle
over
back around.
legs, I
I'm
knew he
gonna
didn't have to
circle
look
back
far.
around. I'm gonna circle back around. My CTE don't kick in. But it was just beautiful to see the legacy of my sons and my daughter, and my wife. But mainly just the kids. They came in on their own. It wasn't like, oh, you go in there and hang out with your father, or whatever the case may be. So I thought that was pretty cool, just to be together and just to spend quality time together. That was one of my fondest memories. And of course, then after that, I had to go cook on the grill. So
Right.
Father's Day.
Another man cooking his own food. That's what
Right.
I'm saying.
And that's another segue, fellas, into Father's Day. Are we an afterthought? Let's start off with Chuck. Are we an afterthought? I just need to know. Are we an afterthought?
Oh my God! Hey, look, we can be. I've kind of lucky, man. Hey, look, all right, look, man. I'm just gonna put it out there. I know my wife's gonna hear this, but I'm gonna put her on blast, man. I love her. But here's how you know you're an afterthought, man, or that Father's Day snuck up on you, and now it's an oh shit situation. Oh,
Yep.
we got to get him a gift.
Yep.
So, the kids, I get cards and stuff, and but no gifts. Okay, no big deal. But my wife, she's like, oh well, got you something, and I hope you like it. She's excited. And I'm like, okay, well shit, it's my wife. She knows my taste. Okay, so so I open it up, and it's a laser level. And I don't work construction.
That's almost like you gave her a vacuum cleaner or something for Mother's Day.
Was that an impulse buy at Target?
That was an impulse buy.
And that's what I'm saying. Oh shit, it's Father's Day. I gotta get him something. Oh, what's that? Oh, a laser level. I'll get that for him because I know he's always hanging. Now here's the thing. When I asked her about it, I didn't ask her about it. I just, I played the husband role. Oh, Leslie. Oh, that's nice. Hey, I appreciate that. Because that's what you do. You don't want to be sound ungrateful or whatever. Right. But then she went on to qualify why she bought it for me. She said, well, you're always hanging pictures and stuff. And for those of you that don't know, dude, OCD, I got it. I am Mr. OCD. If you ever came to my restaurant, you can look on the walls and you'd see that all my pictures are the same height, same level, they're spaced the same way. And when I leave in the evening, I even check them. Why? Because if I'll know they're out of because I got OCD that bad. So she knows this. So she was like, well, I saw the laser level, and I thought, when you go around the house, because you're always hanging pictures and stuff, you'd always make sure they're level. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, nigga.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, look, man. How many pictures am I gonna hang in my house?
Hey, man.
For a construction grade laser level.
Wow.
So that's how you know. The Father's Day snuck up on their ass. Right. She just researched. Oh well, my husband. Laser level. Yeah, that's it. Oh my God. But hey, look,
I don't know. I gotta hear something. Something's got to change. So, what about you, Steph? Are we an afterthought, brother?
Yeah, unfortunately, we are. Heaven forbid we mess up Mother's Day. And my first two marriages, they were mothers, and they were, they wanted stuff. Ain't no question about it. They wanted stuff. And if the kids and I didn't come through, oh heaven, oh my God, hell have no fury than a woman scorned or missed on Mother's Day. I'm sorry. It's because, and I understand they carried them for 9 months, and they went through it, and all we did was have a good time. But still,
right.
We're still.
How did you realize when you were afterthought?
Just a level of quality of gifts, and the fact that I got to go out there and cook on the grill. I have no problems with. Hey, let me give you the apron. Let me give you the apron to go out there.
You don't want it.
Believe me. It's like, and then I got to come inside and cook the greens too. What the hell?
Listen, I believe you. I'm gonna go to Wayne. So, Wayne, what do you think about that? What about Dad? Do you think we're afterthought for Father's Day?
Absolutely afterthoughts. It starts in the schools. Starts in the schools.
That's right.
I'm trying to tell you. This is what they do, right? So when in May, the month of May, they got all art classes and stuff. They got macaroni, glue, and glitter, right? So they come home from mom. They got it all. They got they plan a whole week, 2 weeks. Sometimes they do their handprint, so you can take time for it to dry. So it might be 2 weeks.
Right.
They got it all hooked up. It come the middle of June, everybody out of school.
Right.
Guess what? See you next year. Mm-hmm. No one care about Father's Day. What the hell is that?
Right.
Man, take your ass on. Yes, it's built into the school system.
Charlie,
afterthought.
Charlie, change the format, Charlie. You got to change the format. Are we an afterthought?
Hell to the yeah, we are. I mean, come on, man. I mean, there are actual numbers that support this.
Right.
I mean, I actually looked it up. I looked it up. Let me tell you.
Hey,
let me tell you. Let me tell
it's
you.
true. Consumer
In
data
terms,
shows it's true. It's true. I'd look at it
yes,
too.
in terms of the money that is spent on fathers
Yep.
versus mothers, it is a ridiculous disparity. I think,
Yeah, I agree.
we're spending like $25 on fathers
Yeah.
for Father's Day. Well, actually,
Hey.
actually, it's more like $100.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
Right.
but for Mother's Day, it's about $180 to $200.
What?
Okay, so you're talking about more than double in terms of the monetary disparity, but in terms of treatment, it goes even further than that. I mean, think about this. We have 3 examples on this podcast where brothers have been conned into slaving over a hot grill on Father's Day. Now, let me just ask you this. Do your wives cook for themselves on Mother's Day?
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Hell no.
Absolutely
No.
not. I will close this out by saying that if Mother's Day and Father's Day were amusement parks, Mother's Day would be Disney World, and Father's Day would be that carnival up the street.
Yo.
Wow.
Wait.
The carnival.
Wow.
and
That was a word,
Hey,
Charles.
that's a good analogy, brother. That's a good
Now
analogy.
check
That's
this out.
awesome. What about you, Wayne? What you think? You had
Yeah,
your head
check
Wayne.
this
What you gonna
out.
say?
Check this out. Yo, how hard is it to get a restaurant reservation on Mother's Day?
That's what I'm
Hardest thing.
saying.
Oh man,
You
yeah.
can walk up to the hottest restaurant at noon on Father's Day, no one in there.
No
Right.
one.
Yep.
Yo,
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's set
Okay.
up that way.
Hey.
It's set up.
Let me.
Man, you gotta do Mother's Day reservation 8 weeks in
Oh, no doubt.
8 months in
No doubt.
advance.
But let me break it down. Like you said, Charles said it was born from consumer data, which is true. But let's break it down a historical aspect. Mother's Day started in 1914. It rhymes. 1914. Say it with me. 1914.
1914. All right.
Father's Day started 58 years later.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Somebody got
incredible.
somebody got a bag of ice because I just got punched in the eye. Somebody give me some ice. That's all I'm saying. Give me some ice 'cause I'm hurting right now. I'm hurting right now. The more I get
Oh, that's
deeper into this, the
disrespectful.
more I'm hurting. All right. I'm
That's
really hurting right
disrespectful.
now. You know? Because as you know, like Steph said, if we forget Mother's Day, if we forget it, we might as well just start packing our clothes. Matter of fact, our suitcase might be out there already. You know what I mean? Already packed. We forget Mother's Day. I'm just letting y'all know now. You know?
Here's a fact that a lot of people don't realize. What is the greatest gift to give a mother? Her child graduating from college. Howard University has their commencement every Mother's Day. That's
Wow.
how significant it is.
Okay.
Every
Mm.
Mother's Day
Is
at
that
Howard
right?
Really?
University. Yes. Yes,
Wow.
it's a fact.
I didn't know
Wow.
that.
Yep.
I didn't either.
Yep.
And during Father's Day, it's the first day of summer school, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yo, you're right. Yo, it's bananas. But let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this. Does Father's Day validate us as men, by our culture? And this can go for us on the podcast or those guys and fellas out there listening to it. Don't matter where you from or whatever. But does it validate us, by our culture? I mean, do we feel that we need to what? To be extra than we are? Let's go, Wayne. What do you think, Wayne?
Yeah, this is Wayne. I think, I mean, if I was to speak for this group that's here, I would say no.
Okay.
There's no validation necessary to talk this for this group, and I think it's because when you're in a relationship or a household, I should say, sorry, and you can see you can see how you're interacting with your kids every day.
Right.
That's where you're getting your validation from.
Right.
Yeah.
I think there are people who have different situations, right? Where maybe they're just not close with their kids for one reason or another.
Right.
Not an excuse, I'm just saying. And so that's one day where, if nothing else, I mean, even a dude who don't do nothing for his kids is still probably expecting a call on his Father's Day.
Right.
Now, should he? I don't know, but he probably
Everybody
would.
except Future,
So
the rapper.
that's my thought.
Wow. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
do you think about that, Charles?
I mean, listen, I'll just go ahead and put it out there. Father's Day celebrations should start the Tuesday before Father's Day. I'm talking about for the hard working father who's been there supporting these kids, putting them through school, all those sorts of things. I'm not talking about the baby daddy. Okay. Yeah, you can give them a phone call, but there should be, ample consideration for these hardworking dudes, man. I'm telling you, there should be gifts, there should be massages, there should be special meals cooked. All these things should be happening to make these guys feel special.
Right.
I mean, that's the way it's a day set aside for us.
Right.
And every time I talk to a man, yeah, we don't necessarily need the validation, but this is a national holiday that has been set aside to recognize fathers. And on that day, we are second class citizens. And it's just not right. Something needs to be done.
It's psychological warfare. Chuck, what do you think, Chuck? You think it's psychological warfare or the validation?
We need to protest.
I'm a march tonight, but I agree with that to a point. But I also think that more so for your kids. I mean, it's Father's Day, all right, and Mother's Day, both of them. I mean, I think we should shine equally. We back in the day, what they would like for you to do as a child is to honor your father by, hey, like Charles said, the cards, and hey, Dad, and they say you're special. Yeah, your father needs to feel special, just like your mother needs to feel special. Now, it's just a day. And quite frankly, if you're a loving family and all that, you should be trying to make each other feel special all throughout the year. However, it's one day to recognize that person, that special person that's been there, like Charles said, he's doing the right thing, and he should be. I mean, he should be honored.
Yeah,
just like your mother is. So I mean, it's one day. I don't see why it's so hard, but I mean, even in the television advertisements and all that, what do they advertise? What do we get? A tie or tools?
Home Depot.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And so now, if for Mother's Day, if we advertise, vacuum cleaners and sewing machines, they'd be mad as hell.
Right.
Yep. Ass whooping.
Right. I mean, because it's stereotypical. But I'm just saying,
I get it.
It's one day, y'all. It's one day. Can we get some?
My thing is that when they wake up, why they get flowers and breakfast in bed, and I wake up and I get a cup. Saying Happy Father's Day, Dad, with a tie in it that don't even fit, because I got special circumstances for my neck piece, and and have my kids buy me clip-ons because I got special neck needs, and so half my ties are clip-on anyway, so I got a scab right here that's been permanently scarred forever because the ties is too small, so I just got this little hole made by the tie. So I just want to let y'all know that that's from the clip-on.
You got a hole in your neck for the clip-on?
Yeah, I got a hole in my neck.
Oh, my God.
Steph, do you want to jump in on this?
Yeah, actually I do. One thing that's besides Mother's Day that women are adorned with gifts is anniversaries. If you think about it, who's the anniversary for? Is it for both of you, or is it for the woman? Because quite often the anniversary is more focused on the lady, and she gets most of the love.
You know the answer to that.
Yeah, I know, but I got to put it out there.
That's a different show.
But the other thing that bothers me are the women that unfortunately had to be the mother and the father, so they want to be celebrated on Father's Day. Yo, I actually broke up with a girl. I actually broke up with a girl on Father's Day not too long ago because she decided that she wanted to celebrate her mother on Father's Day.
On Father's
Day. And
Wow.
and it became an issue.
Never heard of that.
Yeah,
never heard of such a thing.
I understand your father wasn't in your life, but your mother is a mother. She's not a father too, so you should not celebrate.
You have some people out. Yeah, you have some people out there that believe single mothers doing the work of both deserve to be recognized on both. Because they've been acting as the mother and the father. But like Stefan is saying, come on, let's keep it real. A mother can't be a father, and a father can't be a mother. We get it. Now, I'm saying this as the son of a single parent.
Right.
And I actually, and it's a great segue and topic. I actually had that mindset at one point because of my circumstances and how hard my mother had to work and struggle, and my father being, distant. So I felt that way because she is actually the one that had to try her best to teach me how to be a man. So I get it. I understand, ladies. For those of you listening and saying, "Oh well, she deserves," I get it. She deserves all the respect that she deserves for holding down both positions. However, she is your mother, and that is it. She is not your father. She may have played both roles, but it's Mother's Day for a reason, and it's Father's Day for a reason. And conversely, there's fathers out there that are single fathers. So are you celebrating them on Mother's Day? Because I don't see that. Has anybody seen? I've never seen a father celebrate on. I'd like to take this time out to shout out my father on Mother's Day because he was held at death. No, hell no, you don't do that. Why? Because first of all, it's. I'm sure he, it's an emasculating type of thing or whatever. But just food for thought, man. I mean, come on. I mean, we don't get the same.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
so when they give the shout outs, it's God and their mama.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
God, their mama. That's the shout out.
Thank God and my mom for being there.
And then the family.
Yeah. Then the family.
God, mom, then the family. That is included in the family.
Everybody else.
We'll change gears on that. What about now you guys we talked about what represents Father's Day. When we see it on TV, do you guys think our holiday is stereotypical between the masculine stuff we see on TV, between the grills, the golf clubs, the leather jackets, the mulch, all that interesting, great stuff that we see versus Mother's Day? What do y'all think about that? Do you think they stereotypical? They stereotype fathers?
Yeah, I mean, I'll jump in on that one. I
Charles?
think the answer is absolutely. I think what happens is Father's Day is watered down to the generics, right? And you see it in the commercials. Fathers, we get the underwear, we get the socks, we get the neckties, things of that nature. Now we need new underwear. We do.
Yeah.
We know the elastic on our boxes is a little stretch. We know that.
Yeah.
Right. However, Father's Day is not the time for that.
Right.
That's not, it needs to be, personalized. We need to feel special, just like, our wives and our mothers do. So I'm thinking, first of all, let me back up a little bit. My number one tip for the ladies is that you already know who you're dealing with. You already know your man. You know his likes, you know his dislikes. So we aren't difficult to figure out. If he likes seafood, cook the man some seafood. If he plays golf, hook him up with some golf gear. If he's in a fraternity, hook him up with some paraphernalia. If he likes a sports team, get the man some tickets.
Hey, I gotta get on the organ. I gotta get on the organ. He's pretty.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, take him like Wayne said. Take the man to a restaurant. Now, even if it's not kid friendly, because it's about him. It's about the dad on that day. So go there anyway. Make the reservation. Take that man out for a steak.
Okay,
that's what needs to happen.
What you think, Steph? Thank you, Charles. That was awesome, man.
I can't follow Charles after that one because he preached the word. I'm ready for Christian discipleship.
Listen, I started sweating because he started getting deep. I'm like, yo, that's real. That's real. What about you, Chuck? We'll let Steph skip on that one. What do you think, Chuck? Hey, so Wayne, what do you think? We got my man Nutty Buddy acting up over there. So what do you think, Wayne?
Yeah, it's definitely stereotypical, man. I mean, you ain't really gonna be wearing, even if you wear ties, you ain't gonna be wearing no tie your kid got you, because they got you something from the $5 rack,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
No, I got you.
And tools. I mean, some dudes might like tools, but I think someone else said earlier, this is kind of a special day. Listen, so why not a dinner? Exactly. Like I think dudes in general, I speak for myself, don't really expect or want anything really big. It's just that attention that, it's Father's Day. You shouldn't have to do nothing. Let's go get something to eat.
There it is.
Listen,
it's not even about the money. It's about
the thing about it is that
there you go.
You can keep it simple. You know what I mean? And I say this all the time to the wife. I said, keep it simple. Feed me. Blank me. And then let's have some fun. And that's it. I'm happy. You know what I mean? We ain't got to get all crazy with it. Keep it simple. You know what I
Yo,
mean?
I can use some golf balls because I'm surely losing a lot lately.
You know,
But that's a personal thing.
but I get tired every time it's got to be chest versus breast. What's that all about? You know what I mean? I got to be chest versus breast. You know, just because I'm not acknowledged, just because I wasn't able to put my teeth in somebody's mouth. You know.
Wow.
Oh my God.
And the only reason I don't do it because I got a nipple ring, so I can't put my teeth in somebody's mouth. I'm just saying.
That's not child friendly.
You know,
that's not child friendly at all.
That's not child friendly. No. But I'm just saying,
it's good for teething, though.
I think we get the raw.
Just clean it with alcohol first.
I think we get the raw deal because they have the women have the babies, they nurture them, and you know, the feeding and all the other things that go along with it. And I granted that we are the support system behind it, but you know, that's a hard act to follow. So I understand that we have to be, you know, a certain way on Mother's Day, but I think that we should get a little more than what we usually do, and that's just my personal opinion. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I mean, look, I don't think we necessarily get entirely crapped on. I don't want anybody to think
No.
that.
We're not saying that.
But
we
I
know.
will say that, but the disparity is clear. I mean, Charles pointed it out in terms of the numbers and everything. I mean, the disparity is clear, and I think if people just really sit down and think about it, I think they'll realize it. It's not hard to see. We overdo it for mothers on Mother's Day. I mean, we dress up. Come on, man, we dress up. I mean, women put on their finest hats and stuff, and they go to brunch and all that. But on Father's Day, hey, Dad, you want to fire up the grill? It's my day. You know, so
so my thing
we can
is
show up for church on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
My thing is, I think that we accepted it over the years. So I mean, we get excited, but not as excited as they do in regards to Mother's Day. You know, and I think that even though we know they love the fathers and they treat us, you know, as great as they can. You know, I just think there is a disparity, but the love is still there. You know, the love is there, but I think the act is not as serious as I think it would be. The love is there, but the act, because like I said, when they show up with that cup and the tie versus breakfast in bed, let's cook your mother breakfast in bed. Oh, how about flowers? Everybody got an idea. How about all the ideas expensive? How about flowers? I said, yeah, we get a nice little bouquet from Stop and Shop. They no, Dad, we gotta go to the florist. I'm like, huh? I said, now you jump it up. Now you jump it up. You know, talking a lot of money, so I don't know. You tell me, fellas. You tell me.
Hey man, it's easy to spend your money, ain't it?
Anyway, listen, we got to change gears on this because, Father's Day, this thing started to come, it started to get bummed out. Yo, I don't know for y'all out there in radio land, but these cats' faces I'm looking at right now, the more we talk about Father's Day, the more stoked everybody face. I'm looking at y'all right now. Everybody sitting there like they offered another layer, like, yo, that's a like, I remember that year she tried to give me
everybody holding on to that one story that they really can't tell. That's what it is. Everybody's holding on to that one story they really want to tell, but they can't tell because they know they get messed up when they get home.
But I know we did the compare and contrast, fellas, and everything, but so we all know, hint, hint, who gets treated better and why. And for those of you who be hearing this, hopefully, you'll give us your thoughts and recommendations and comments because maybe we missed something. But we're just going by our personal opinions of what we went through. But I just think it's hilarious for those of you, once again, a radio land or podcast land. These dudes is thinking about that time they got something they didn't really want and they had to swallow it. Like, wait, this is nice. This is nice. And when you say something's nice to your teeth, you know it ain't really nice. Like, this is nice. This is nice. But anyway, we're gonna wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen. I think we got enough in about Father's Day. If anybody wants to add something, let's do it. If not, I think we just transition right to a segment we call Drop the Mic. What do you guys think? Are you ready for Drop the Mic?
Let's do it. All
right. Let's start off with Chuck. What do you got for us for Chuck? Drop the mic.
Oh, yeah. First of all, I just want everybody on here to understand that when our significant others and families hear this, that we aren't getting shit for Father's Day. I just want to put that out there. All right.
So we might want to put it out after.
Right, yeah. 12:01.
No, we want them to get this before. We want this to be awakening.
Oh,
Woke,
okay.
as
Well,
they say, woke.
all right.
You
Well,
good, Chuck?
my black ass gonna be waking up on my deck because so I'll be woke then. Anyway, all right. So like, drop the mic, man. Okay, my drop the mic is come on, man. We're talking about Father's Day, right? So Father's Day. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, Mother's Day. What happens on Mother's Day? The whole family gets together, right? I want you to put your heads together. We got to come up with an idea or a gift for your mother. Everybody's in on it. It's an ordeal. It is, man, it is planned out. I mean, they send out parties to the store. This team goes here. The other team goes to the grocery store to get the food to cook for dinner. It's a whole production. Then Father's Day, right? Hey, what you want for Father's Day? No, that's straight. What you want for Father's Day? What you mean? What I want for Father's Day? Cause what you ask them? What y'all put your hands together like we put our hands together for you on your funky day and come on. You won't come up to me and ask me what I want for Father's Day. Figure that shit out like
All right, hey, brother, listen, you gotta live there. Okay, hold on. You gotta live there. Slow down. We're gonna transition to somebody else.
Breathe.
Yeah, breathe, brother, breathe. Listen, we want you to have a place. Listen, we want you to have a place to do the podcast, so we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna go to Wayne. Wayne, what's your drop the mic segment while I'm looking for housing for Chuck?
I need some milk.
Hold on. So hey, first I wanted to say, hey, today's date
June
is
18th.
June 18th. I just wanted to bring that up. So listen, today in the news, I saw an article. I've been talking a lot about voting, right? And I've been telling everyone to make sure they're registered, everybody's ready to vote, and everything is that they're part of the process. I saw something interesting online today, and it was actually a quote that came from Donald Trump talking about Colin Kaepernick deserves to be in the NFL.
Well, I'll be damned.
I was bugging out. He soft shoed the hell out of it, but he did say it. Those words were said. And what does that tell you? He's shook. Mm-hmm. He's not feeling comfortable. He's not feeling as cocky as he was feeling before.
No doubt. Yeah.
Something's different. Something's different. So there's a dude who doesn't apologize for nothing.
Right.
So I'm just saying, there's a kink in the armor. So again, everybody, make sure you get out there, register, vote, be a part of the process.
Yes, indeed.
I'm not telling you who to vote for who you want to vote for, but just make sure you vote for somebody.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Drop the mic drop.
I appreciate that. Steph, I'm going to go to you, Steph, next.
Hey, mentioning June 18th, basically we've been without sports since March, and somehow we've been able to survive. My drop the mic deals with the upcoming NBA shortened season. Now we realize the Knicks are not going to be there. Okay, we got that. We'll just pass on by that, as Wayne is used to that. But still,
they're going to be involved in international play this year.
Okay, got it. But they're trying to squeeze in a shortened season to appease the fans and give us some live sports. I think it's too soon for a couple reasons. It's too soon because we haven't gotten a vaccine. You're still putting players, high-priced players at risk, as well as the fans can't be there. That is part of the experience. That's what really draws people to the game itself. The fans being in the stands. You're the away team, you're getting booed at. You're the home team. If you're the Knicks, you're getting booed at. It's just, I think it's too soon. We'll see if we have an NFL season. If we don't, I think we'll be okay. Let's get a vaccine before we start bringing people together. Oh, but any Trump rallies, y'all go no mask, and make sure you hold hands when you're doing it. Okay, I'm good with that. But the NFL season, NBA season, I'm okay without sports as long as I can go out and play golf until it gets cold. That's my drop to mic.
All right, brother. Charlie Rock, you up?
All right, my boy Tarek Stevens sent me some information. There's been a lot of data floating on the internet and social media, things of that nature about police reform and the need for it. The information that he sent me was real interesting, and I thought I'd share it. Real quick, in Norway, they require police officers to be trained for 3 years
Mhm.
before they can become an officer, right? And
Yep.
they've only had a handful of police killings since the year 2002. In Finland, you need a 3-year degree to be a police officer. And they've had 7 people that have been killed over the past 19 years. In Germany, they require police officers to receive 2 years of training, and they've had 267 people that have died since 1990. And of course, in the United States, different issue altogether, bro. We had over 1,000 people killed just last year alone by police. And guess what? You only need a high school diploma or GED to be a cop in the United States. So let's make our voices heard. Let's get things turned around. Mic drop.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you. All right. This is Mike, and my drop the mic segment is due to the fact that we're on the cusp of Father's Day. I just want to let some of the guys out there, dads, whoever, if you have a connection with your daughter, your son, whatever, try to reestablish those connections. Even though you're gonna get a roadblock here and there, continue to try to make a positive connection with them. It's very important between these days and times and things that we're going through. We're seeing on the news. Kids need that information, but they need it to be filtered by someone who knows what's going on or whatever, and they need that positive influence. And if you're not a positive influence, you do what you have to do on that end, because I'm sure the mother will take care of that. But if you can, as a father, reestablish that relationship or that estranged relationship with your daughter, your son, with your family, I think it'll be a good thing, because what we're finding out is that we need each other and we need to stick together. And and I just think that's very important. Coming from a guy whose mother died when he was a month old, I think those relationships are very important. So please, if you can, on my drop the mic segment, reopen those relationships. And get to know your kids, and do the best you can with what you have. Drop the mic.
It's never too late.
Facts. All right. This is the end of our Just Be a Man 2020. You can find us on your favorite social media services: IG, Facebook, Spreaker.com. We got Spotify and iTunes. And don't forget YouTube. Leave us your thoughts, your recommendations. If you like what you heard, let us know. If you didn't like it, let us know we can do better. Other than that, thank you for tuning in, and have a good day. Deuces.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Just Be a Man podcast. Be sure to check us out on social media at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube, where you can follow, like, subscribe, and comment at Just Be a Man 2020. We will love to receive your feedback. Also, if there is a topic you would like us to discuss, please leave your suggestion in the comments. Remember to tune in next Wednesday for more meaningful discussion. Until then, we wish you peace and blessings.